Hello everyone, how are you? It's Laurie and I'm here to do your 12 houses reading. These readings are for anyone that comes across them. If it resonates with you, it is meant for you. This takes a look at all the different 12 houses of the zodiac within your own life, okay? Your birth chart, whatever. So let's go ahead and see what the astrology oracle message is going to be for your 12 houses. This is going to be centered around Gemini energy, curiosity, using your mind, connecting with others. This is a beautiful energy here. And we actually currently have today, the first moon, quarter moon is in Gemini. So there is definitely a pull towards this energy. So something to keep in mind here is lightening up a little bit, letting life happen, enjoying things, being more in the moment and less worrying about the past or less worrying about the future. All right, how can you step outside of your routine and find some change that is beneficial to you? Okay, maybe you can try different things that help you to experience things differently. So maybe you've always jumped right in to give an answer when somebody asks a question, maybe even before they finish speaking. Maybe just holding off until they finish speaking and taking a pause before you give an answer. Don't know who that's meant for, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a judgment call in any way. This is just an experiment to do things a little bit different. Be a little bit more curious about how you handle situations and how you approach them. Can you find a lighter, more playful energy and letting things just be, possibly? All right, we're going to take a look at your 12 houses. And I am going to lay this out and we'll count all the cards to make sure all 12 houses are here before I get started. So we don't have to worry about that. It'll always correct itself, believe me. Can't do count of 12 without having 12 houses out there. All right, let's see what we've got going on here for you. Cut the deck. And here we go. House 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, house 7, 8, 9, house 10, 11, and 12. And look at that, I've got them all on screen. All right. Moving into house 1, this is how you appear to the world, how you appear to yourself, how you see yourself, and how the world sees you. All right, this is your first impression too. 6 of Swords. People can see that you're moving on from some difficult situation here. You feel it. You feel lighter. You're feeling more playful. You're feeling more energetic. I absolutely love this, and I think part of it, especially if you're feeling this today, it's the Venus and Aries energy that you're feeling. The love with the excitement, the action, the wanting to move on. 6 of Swords is peacefully moving forward, playfully moving forward with a curiosity. So there could be people that are approaching you that are curious about you. You might be attending events that are good, where you may meet somebody that helps you in some way. I don't mean that they're going to necessarily give you something, but this encounter benefits you in some way. What does that mean, Spirit? What does that mean? Like, it's kind of like a networking event where maybe the person that you meet is not the person that is gonna that you need to connect with, but you do because they connect you with that person or that resource or whatever it is that's going to benefit you. But as far as how people are viewing you, how you view yourself, this is moving forward, not too rapidly. There's not an overwhelming sense of caution, but there's also not an overwhelming sense of impetuousness. This is more playful, lightening your energy up, of feeling more of being in the here and the now energy, flitting between the past and the future, and just being right here and enjoying the time. I love that. All right, so I do feel like a lot of you are going to be meeting somebody that benefits you. I'm getting mutually benefits. It benefits you and benefits them too. All right, and you're looking, I'm getting a sense of, to somebody, you look golden. Like you would be perfect for what they're looking for. I'm seeking somebody to do some digital artwork for me. Simple stuff, just simple stuff. And I think I finally found the right person. And to me, when I found that, it was by accident. I was looking at somebody else's Facebook page, and this came across it. So it was this person whose page I was looking at that connected me with this other person that I'm thinking is going to work. It's just like golden. Wow, perfect. This is awesome. They're local, they're close by. Their work that they do is very similar to what I'm looking for. So this is the type of thing that, I'm feeling surrounding you. Making the connections that are going to benefit you and somebody else. Because of course I'm giving this person business, so that benefits them. But this finally, hopefully, will give me what I'm looking for. What I have been looking for 3 years. All right, let's take a look at house 2. Your personal values, your money matters, where you're spending your time, where you're spending your money. How do you feel about, I'm getting the traditional sense of like society. I don't know where that's coming from. Your traditional belief systems. Okay. That's your personal values. You've got the 5 of Wands, and it did come out in the reverse. You're overcoming some sort of challenge here, financial challenge, something that maybe you thought, because it was just the way it's always been done, is the way you had to do it, and now I'm getting something got tossed on its head, and you were completely upside down, and now that you've done something different, against the grain, different from what traditionally would have been done in the past, you're overcoming that challenge. You've overcome. You will be. This is a future read here. You will be overcoming. You will be moving past this difficult financial situation, and it involves a personal belief. Okay, so we grow up believing that we have to have 2.2 kids, get married by the time we're out of high school, graduate, whatever the traditional beliefs were. Okay, and we have to save all of our money until we get to retirement, whatever that belief is or was. No, it's current for most of you. It's going to be tossed on its head. You're going to be like, wow, I've been doing it this way because that's what everyone has been saying it should be done this way. Or if it's a belief system too, it can be, I believe this because everyone told me that this was the way it was. I never really thought to check it out for myself. But you're going to do that. You're getting the information that you need. This is the 5 of Wands. You're learning, you're elevating here, but it's difficult. You're in the throes of overcoming that challenge, okay? Of learning, of seeing that, the difference between what people say and what actually is. Oh, that's important. That's important. But you're definitely overcoming some sort of financial burden. And this could lead to you feeling more in the present moment, less stressed about, what's happened in the past or where you're going to be in the future. That definitely will affect that energy. All right. Anything else here in house 2 that we need to be aware of at this time, Spirit? Just have confidence that as you are meant to experience things is when you will experience them. What I'm hearing is don't beat yourself up because you did not know until you know. Okay, you just found this out. You might be this many days old or this many years old when I found out. Okay, you were meant to find this out now. So don't beat yourself up over it. We don't know what we don't know until we know it. And when we do know it, we can't beat ourselves up for not knowing it. It's kind of like you read a book, you don't know how it's going to end until you get to the last page. And the book might end poorly, but you don't know that until you get to the end, okay? So you can't judge the whole book, the whole story, everything that happened, just because the ending was bad. You wouldn't have experienced all of that if you had just gone to the end and had that knowledge ahead of time. It doesn't mean anything to you. And there's no context to it. Okay? So you have to have built enough experience, wisdom, knowledge around something here in order for you to gain the wisdom that you're about to gain. It would not come to you and make sense if you had not been through that challenge and gone through the experiences that you have had. You're learning a lesson here that is going to benefit you for many years to come. So keep that in mind. Any challenging situation, if you can learn the wisdom from it, will make your life easier moving forward. All right, let's look at your day-to-day life, house 3. This is where how you interact with yourself and others. Your day-to-day life. 6 of Pentacles. Interesting energy here. I am getting a little bit of imbalance because it did come out in the reverse. I want to see. Okay. It could be I placed it this way, but I don't think so. Spirit's telling me there's still a touch of imbalance as far as money goes. So even though you're working through this, you're overcoming this financial burden, there is still a touch before things come into true balance. Oh, okay. We have a child here, just one child, and this adult is giving this child something here. So the challenge for you is what you're leaving for your family, for your children, for your grandchildren. What's your legacy here? And it's not quite where you want it to be yet, financially, okay? Other aspects seem to be okay. They seem to be in balance, clear skies, comforts, home comforts are there. Yeah, things actually look pretty good overall. I am going to put that in the reverse here. I'm getting that sometimes as you're trying to speak with certain people, there could be an energy of you being from 2 different planets. Like, do they understand anything I'm saying here? It's like I'm an adult talking to a child and I'm not getting anywhere. They don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the universe and planets, and they're like, are those things walking around on the ground? You know, they don't understand. And I'm getting between 2 adults. Okay, I'm not getting a conversation between an adult and a child. I feel like for you, some of you are having these encounters with adults and you're like, are we on the same planet? And again, you know, it's not just necessarily you speaking and they don't understand. Sometimes people are saying things to you that you're like, what? What does that mean? What are they talking about? You know what I'm getting? I'm getting a message of like the Tower of Babel. And it was built because we're trying to get ourselves to where we all speak the same language. We all understand each other. And when we do, then the gates of heaven will be open to us. You know, we'll all be up there. We're reaching for the heavens by understanding each other. But the Tower of Babel fell. So it's not meant to happen until it's meant to happen. So if you're encountering these situations where you're talking to people and you don't understand what they're talking about, It could be time for you to get more information, or it could be time for you to connect with other people that may be able to give you the information that you need. It could also be that what you think is nonsense is going to lead you to exactly what you need. Oh, beautiful. All right, so your communications may be feeling a little bit weird, a little bit off. That's, we've got the moon and Venus. Let's see, moon is sextile. Is it sextile? Yes, sextile to Venus in the afternoon. Or no, early AM. I'm sorry, 1:50 in the AM. Then we got the moon conjunct with Jupiter at 1 p.m., almost 1 p.m. So almost 12 hours later, a turning of the wheel, a turning of the energies, a sleep and wake cycle. Something happening here. There's definitely something that feels good, but it doesn't feel quite right. Like you're having a conversation with somebody you like, and yet it doesn't feel quite right, but it doesn't feel horrible. It's just like, what kind of babble is this? What kind of nonsense is this? But then you see the benefit of just letting it be, of not doing anything, of being a little bit more playful. Maybe even I'm getting ciphering something out here. Ciphering, C-Y-P-H-E-R, cipher, to puzzle something out, to play around with it, to mix things up, to do things a little bit differently. And that may be why the communication feels so wonky too. All right, let's look at house 4, home and family. What is going on here? Woo! 9 of Cups. That's beautiful. That is awesome. That is beautiful. There's pregnancy here. There's birthing. There's creativity. There's growth. There's expansion. And this is all due to your efforts, your energies that you have been putting in on something, your desires, your dreams coming true. I see 3 cups in the background here. On the ground. I only see the 3. I know there's more back here, but those are further back. This is like right now, in the present moment, 3 of Cups. Celebrations, joyfulness, happiness, weddings, birthings, conceptions, ideas, new friends. I mean, this feels really awesome. This is about your home and your family, and everything is feeling really, really good right now. There's definitely something new being brought in. It does not have to be a literal child, okay? It can be a new energy surrounding your home. It could be changing up the furniture, the paint, the decorations. We're going from winter to spring. We're in, that transitional to summer right now. It could have a lot to do with that. But this is also an attitude adjustment in home and family, okay, where anything might have felt a little bit out of whack, a little bit not like you're not understanding. Everything works out beautifully here. So if there's any worries in your life, it's definitely not in your home life. Things are really mellowing out. Communications are becoming easier. Finances are definitely better. And you are going to be extremely happy about something here. I may have to clarify this. Can you give me some more information here, Spirit? What shall we use? What is this 9 of Cups? It's going to be different for each of you, but considering it's home and family, what more can you tell us here, please, Spirit? Is there more to tell about this home and family house aspect? I'm hearing it's going to depend on what you have in that 4th house in your own birth chart. What sign, planet is in your fourth house. And if you're interested in learning that, I can do a birth chart for you and show you all the alignments that happened at your birth. If you want an interpretation, that's an additional. But I can definitely draw up a chart so you know what sign or planet is in each of your houses. If you're interested in that, email me saying, I want to know more about my birth chart. All right. Those are only $5. So go ahead and reach out, and I will. It's $5 plus the 3% for using PayPal. All right. Or if you give a super thanks here, knock it up one level, and that includes the fee. All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got. And I don't know how long those prices will be good for the birth chart. But if you're interested, let me know. All right, see, I feel like anything that was being held back from you, you're receiving. Whatever was controlling you, it could have been something controlling your mind. It could have been something, an argument between you and your person, you and your child. Anything to do with your home life that felt manipulative, restrictive, time-consuming, a waste of time. Like, I'm really getting strongly here, financial burdens that were causing restrictions to where you couldn't go and have fun. You're breaking free from them. And here at your fourth house, we see you're finally satisfied. You're out there having fun. You're breaking free. Life feels good. All right, let's move on to house 5. Okay, and house 5 is about your romantic life, your creativity, and any children, yours, your family members' children, your nieces, nephews, obviously, grandchildren, even if it's your best friend, it could be their children. You have the Emperor here. So as far as your romantic life goes, you're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your desires. I'm feeling complete is what I'm hearing. Complete. This feels good. This feels like I'm where I'm supposed to be. If you're seeking new love, there could be somebody who's very romantic, very passionate, very wise. The Emperor is wise, okay? Has been through a lot of battles. So this person could have been married a couple of times, or they may have been through several relationships that just, some were really good. They just didn't last. There could have been 1 or 2 that were really challenging for this person, kind of left them feeling out of sorts, but they've worked through it. They're not holding any of that back. So if there was like hurt, betrayal, distrust, they've moved past that. They've learned how to understand that not every person that they deal with is the person that hurt them. So this person's intelligent. They're also very protective. They're protected too. All right, so they have a protective person in their family. Ooh, whoop, there it is. All right, so this person, even though they can handle their own business, they're very confident, they're very strong. They may have a sister or brother who may literally, just like out of the movies, step up and say, hey, if you hurt my brother or my sister here, you're going to have to answer to me. I'm definitely getting that energy here. And it's coming because they're very protective. Okay, so they've seen what this new person is for you. However, a lot of you are already in beautiful relationships and you feel very confident. You've been through all the challenges. You've had your children. The Emperor has had many children by now. Okay. So there's nieces, nephews, grandchildren, children, whatever, maybe even possibly great grandchildren here. This is a whole, hierarchy. What do you call this? Not a legacy. A whole family, generational, okay? Multi-generational family here. Feels really beautiful, stable, secure. And it doesn't always have to be about money. The Emperor may have a lot in his coffers at any given moment. He also may not have anything, but nobody's going to know it because he doesn't let people worry over, he does not let his subjects worry over things that they can't control. Okay. Oh, beautiful message there. All right. So let's look at house 6, and that is about your work and your health. And please keep in mind, I am not a doctor, so anything you hear here is from tarot, and it's up to you to decide what to do with your own health. All right, we have the Two of Wands. See, it's your decision. You may have to make a choice here. You might have to decide on something, a new job, a new career. Should you stay? Should you retire? If it's about your health, should you take this new medication? Should you go to the doctor? Should you not worry about things? You've got a decision to make in both aspects of your life. Now, if you're already retired, this could be a question you're asking yourself about your finances. Okay, so this could be, I have an IRA, I have money invested in the stock market, I have money in a savings account, I have this, and you're asking yourself, should I do something different? Okay, so I'm not going to answer that for you. Spirit's not going to tell you what to do. You have free will. Okay, here is where Spirit's guiding you towards your curiosity, using your intellect, networking, getting information, talking to people that can connect you with the information resources that you need to make a healthy decision. You don't have to ever make a decision on your own. And you can talk to one person, which I don't advise, or you could talk to 50 people, which I don't advise, because you're going to find one person has one opinion. That's it. There's only one opinion, okay? Unless they're a very wise person and they tell you, well, it could be this or it could be that. They're not going to give you just one. But most people will say, oh, well, this is how it worked for me, and that's what you should do. Asking 2 people might get you 2 different answers, but you might glean some sort of information that will help you decide for yourself which is better. If you ask up to 5 or 6 people, now you're getting a good pool of information, and you should be able to make a healthy choice, okay? And remember, just because something was right for someone else does not make it right for you. That's where your free will comes in and your connection to your higher power. Trust yourself and trust your higher power. All right, so you will have a choice, a decision to make here. Yeah, I was going to say it looks like you're going to make the right decision. Not all of you will, because not all of you will actually get out there and check out and get, more information. Most of you will, but not everyone. Not everyone. All right, let's take a look at your relationships and business partnerships. What's going on here? This is the King of Swords. Okay, now it did come out in the reverse this way, and it should be facing this way. All right, King of Swords, smart, intelligent, cold, factual, a little bit harsh. I'm also getting a little demeaning, but keep in mind, this came out in the reverse. And what I'm hearing with that, it's not a true reversal. It's more like normally people might take offense at how cold, how distant, how factual this is all coming out, but not you, not this time. And I'm hearing that because that's all you really want. You want the facts. You want to know the truth. You want to hear it as it is, so that you can move forward. You don't want to play any games here. You're not looking for people's emotions about stuff. You want to know the facts. And I'm getting really, really distinct message here about finances. All right. Do you want to buy the business from me? Will you sell me your half of the business? I don't want to care. I don't want to know how you feel about this. Your emotions don't matter. I want to know yes or no. Is this something you want to do? okay? And I know that sounds harsh. I know that sounds like you don't want to listen, but that's not what you're saying. You need to start somewhere, okay? And you've got a decision you want to make. Now, this is more about your relationships, business partnerships, okay? So if this is like a romantic relationship, you might be having a disagreement with somebody and you just want a yes or no answer. Do you want to stay in this relationship? Do you want to continue to work on this relationship? It's like you can sit there and talk about, well, my feelings were hurt. I'm feeling this way, or I felt that way. Yes, you both have deep emotions about whatever's going on here. But here it's more just, and you're not cutting somebody off. If they're saying, this business means a lot to me, your response will be, of course it does. You've put in your heart and soul for this business. That's not what I'm asking. My question is, have you ever considered selling your half of the business to me? Or would you be interested in buying my half? Leave the emotions out of it. From a business perspective, what's the answer? Okay, so it's not cruel. It's not harsh. It's just the facts, ma'am. It's just, I need a yes or no answer here. I need to know what I'm really looking at. And here, whatever the question is that you're asking for an answer to, can have a yes or no answer. Again, do you want to continue in this relationship? Do you want to put the effort in? Should we call it quits? Yes or no? Let's not dredge up the past. Let's decide what we want to do and move forward. See, it's directly opposite the Six of Swords. So let's not dredge up the past. Okay, let's move forward. Let's take this whole thing with a little bit of levity here, a little bit of lighter energy. Let's not be so serious and so difficult and challenging. Let's make a decision here so we can move forward. Let's get the facts so that we can move forward. All right. Now, I know that felt challenging, and it doesn't mean that anybody's relationship is breaking up. It's talking about having a question, needing a direct answer. That's what that's about. And most of you are going to look at it as that's just the facts. That's just the way it is. I just need the yes or no. I don't need everything else. And that's fine. Sometimes that's where we need to be so that we can make a decision, so that we can get out of our heads. All right, let's look at House 8, your shared resources, your inheritances, and your secrets. Please keep in mind, shared resources are the things that you share with the people in your day-to-day life, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, the strangers that you're sharing the road with. Shared resources, okay? Inheritance does not mean somebody died and is leaving you something. It can mean that, but it can also mean somebody sharing wisdom while they're still alive with you, okay? It could be they're currently alive and they want to gift you something that will benefit you. That's an inheritance, okay? It's something that may be passed down generation to generation. It does not have to be. It's something given to you. You're inheriting this from somebody else, and it's meant to have a benefit to you. And I'm being told again to point out, it could be DNA, okay? It could be a family lineage. It could be anything. A car, a house, a note, a book. It could be absolutely anything. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Oh, and this is about your secrets, what you may be keeping from the rest of the world. All right, Seven of Cups. You might have an opportunity to do something, to take part in something. This is the secret you're keeping. You've probably got money stashed. Your finances are fine. Things are recovering. You may not be speaking about that to anyone because there's still a possibility of volatility. So I'm getting that those terms are somebody who's invested in the stock market. An element of volatility. You just don't know where things are going. But I'm getting that you've built up something here, or you're on your way to building something. You're halfway across from that, overcoming that challenge here. So you've overcome it. You've actually grown it. You're just not going to talk about it. So some of you might have taken a good portion of this and put it aside where it's safe. Okay? I'm not touching this. This part I don't touch. This I can count on. But there is this element of volatility of where you've got something invested possibly in high probability of either huge success or huge failure. But it's not money that you're taking a chance on. So it's not like the money that you feed yourself with, or pay your rent with, or pay your car payment with. This is excess money. You've got that money all taken care of. This is excess, and you're not telling anyone about this. Now, this could be that somebody gave you a couple $1,000s, okay? Say somebody saw your need back here, and they gave you a couple $1,000s. You took that money and you put it into something high risk market, and it paid off. Okay, so maybe you took $2,000, you made $10,000. You've taken that $2,000 over here. That'll take care of all your bills. That'll take care of what you've got going on. This is just an example. I know that doesn't cover everything. And the rest of the money, or vice versa. You've taken $8,000, you put it over here, and you're keeping that $2,000 in that investment in a high, where it could pay off big time, or you could lose it all. Okay. If you lose it all, it's the original $2,000 you were given. You're okay if you lose that, because you've now got that $8,000 over here. Okay. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So that could be the inheritance. Somebody could give you a couple $1,000s for your benefit. You aren't going to be going out there and talking about this until you know. You may never speak of it, but you're definitely not going to do it until you know whether it pays off or not. And that's not going to be that quick. 7 months, 7 years. Okay. Maybe you've got it in a CD for 7 years. Well, I'm just not even going to look at that money for that length of time. What else have we got going on here? Shared resources. Somebody might feel like you're keeping something from them, and you are, but it's not that person's business. So we're not talking about your spouse. We're not talking about the person who gave you the $2,000. Well, you may not be telling them either, but there's somebody around you who may be like a brother, a sister, a friend. Hey, I know you got more money. Why don't you pitch in? Why don't you pay for lunch again? You know, they're just making this assumption. Even if they know that you have it, they should not be saying things like that. Maybe they don't have it, and they just expect and want you to cover for them. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That's their issue, not yours. And if somebody's saying that to you, never feel like you have to, put it back on them. Oh, really? I've got that much money? What? How did you access my bank account? Ask them, put them on the spot. Don't let them get away with that crap. Sorry. All right. Let's look at house 9, your teachings, learnings, and your long-term life. Okay, where are things really going here? Page of Cups. Lot of forgiveness, lot of moving on, lot of abundance coming your way. Lots of lessons learned. Yeah, see, you're definitely living in the here and the now. You're willing to let the past be the past. You're not too focused on the past. You're not too focused on the future. You're right here, right now. This person's standing in the middle of a river, and there's a lot of fish all around him, okay? And he's lifting up that cup. saying, yes, look at what I have. Look at my abundance. Even though I haven't caught these fish in my net yet, everything that I desire is right there for the taking. And what I'm doing is focusing on the here and the now. And that's exactly what you're doing. He's got one fish in his other hand. Okay, so he says, here it is. I have this. And that's what I need. It's enough. But look at all the opportunity here. I love that energy for you. You've taken the lessons of your life, of your experiences. And that's why if you're meeting somebody new, they've been through similar stuff, and you're going to be a high power couple. Like the Emperor is not a minor arcana card. It's not a king or a queen or a knight or a page. This Emperor is top of the line, okay? A lot of experience, a lot of wisdom from the experiences. You can stay a knight for your whole life, okay? Some people stay pages their whole life because they refuse to learn. They refuse to gain and grow and experience and open their mind and learn from the things that they've been through. You here and this person you're going to encounter, definitely top of the line, learned your lesson. You can see the blessings around you everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. You see the abundance. And this may be something that you teach people too. How to handle finances, how to grow wealth. That may be what you do for a living. You may also just teach people. I'm getting counsel people that it's okay to be where they're at, which is exactly what we should do. We should always be okay with where we're at right now. That's where we're at. It is where we're at, but the future can bring in so many different things. And I'm hearing counseling. I don't know exactly what that means for you. But you do. You will know. All right, let's go ahead and look at house 10. This is your vocation, career goals, and what you aspire. Look, you're seeking change. You're ready to move forward. You're determined here. The Chariot. Yeah, you're looking to bring in something good. What am I getting here? I'm hearing full steam ahead, determination, guts and glory. History. I'm getting something about teaching history, moving forward, bringing things into the current energy, updating. I'm getting something very like history oriented here. Determined to pull somebody or something out of the dark ages. Oh my goodness. I think you know what that means if that is you. So maybe you're a history teacher. Maybe you're somebody who's trying to change the political world, the realm of people's beliefs. It could be something that you believed, that society believed, that you're trying to bring into the 21st century. Yeah, we're in the 21st century. Okay, and I do get that some people, you're dragging them, kicking and screaming, but you're trying to show them, you're determined to enlighten, to bring in knowledge, to bring it in something, bring it into the 21st century, update it. And you could have been challenged here asking yourself, why didn't I know this? Well, nobody taught you. Nobody told you. You didn't know. So maybe this is information that you're trying to make more easily accessible to more people. Like, okay, when you get a driver's license, when you apply for a driver's license, you have to take a test. Okay? Before you take the test, you're given a driver's manual so that you can learn how to do this. Maybe this information about money, you want to see it be distributed to school-aged students, okay, at maybe the 8th or 9th grade, so they have time to process it and learn it before they get out of school and into a working environment where they're handling more and more money. That's just an example. But that's kind of, it's like something's outdated here and you want to bring it into current. You want to bring it out into the 21st century. You want to bring it into the light of day. You want more people to be aware of this. All right, let's take a look at House 11. This is about your friends, the groups you hang out with, the things you participate in, your communities. Where do you find support? Where do you feel like you fit in? That's also down here with the home and family, where you feel like you fit in. With the 9 of Cups, you feel fine. Look at this. No matter what group you're participating in, whatever community or friends you have, everything's stable. 4 of Wands. I am getting the clearing of the air. So if there was difficulty, if there was a challenge, it's moved on. You know, it's old hat. It's gone. There's stability here. Now, I am getting a message of keeping your distance is what I keep hearing, but how does that translate to what's happening here? Maybe for some of you, you've been dealing with a difficult person and you no matter what you say or do, you just can't get through to this person. So instead of leaving this person out of your life completely, you're just not spending as much time. So maybe you decided, I keep getting 4, like you're going to go see this person, or you're going to call this person, or you'll text this person once every 4 days, every 4 weeks, maybe only once every 4 months if you're visiting with them. You're keeping a healthy distance, okay? You're not so far apart that you don't connect. You're connecting. You're still part of each other's lives, but there's a distance. And it's a healthy choice for you, but it actually benefits the other person too. Now, I'm getting a new leader coming in here for if it's a friends group, somebody may be coming into the group and they may be stepping in as the popular one for a little while. Okay, like the hot topic. Everybody's interested. Everybody wants to know. It'll settle down. Don't worry about the dynamics of the group. It's not going to change that much if everybody can just take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. Enjoy learning about this new person. All right, now I am getting a new leader in the church or the tribe. I keep hearing tribe. I heard church. I just heard gym. So like if you go to a gym that starts with an A, a gym that's GYM, a gym or a workout place, whatever you want to call it, and it starts with an A, you may be getting somebody new in there, like new management, a new trainer. It could be it's a leader. It's definitely maybe a new class is going to be offered. But there is some sort of new dynamic coming in. New equipment, I just heard. It's a benefit. It is definitely going to benefit. Whoever this new person is in the friend group, the community, whatever it is, this is a benefit to everybody involved. Not just you, to everybody. So this feels really good. All right, let's finish this off. Your 12th house here. This is what's in the hidden realms. What you don't know about, what you don't see coming. You may feel it. You might feel the energy surrounding this, but you don't necessarily see it. Look at that. The Queen of Wands. Confidence, courage, beauty, charisma. I'm getting Halloween from this. So there is some element of fall, October, late October. I know Libra's birthdays are mid-October. Who comes after that? Libra and then Scorpio. That's who it is, Scorpio. So something may be coming to an end. Something comes in here for you that brings about a change. I'm getting like, I keep hearing the death energy, but it's just that. It's a death energy. Whenever there's a death energy, it means that something is being, I'm getting fertilized. Okay, so something's old, it's over, it's done with, but it's fertilizing for the future. So whatever this change is, whatever this ending is, there's going to be something beautiful coming in, something exciting coming in. It's connected. And again, it's not just for you. This is like beneficial to a lot of people. This could be you in a different energy. I'm hearing bounce back, come back, not rebound in a negative way, but more like catching the rebound where you're able to make benefit off of something that did not work. So I'm getting an image of playing basketball where somebody throws the ball, it hits the back, and it rebounds to you, and you make the basket. So something that didn't work out turns out in your favor, but it doesn't benefit just you. It benefits your whole team. It benefits a lot of people. So that's actually very good. Something really nice. And that's how it feels. It feels so nice. Kind of feels like if you're a bath person, and by the way, I'm not a bath person. I like the idea of baths, but I can't take baths. If you happen to be a bath person, it's the nice feeling that I'm feeling right now is where you put your foot in to that super hot water and you just take that moment to adjust, okay? And once you adjust and you get yourself sunk down into that nice hot water and you're like, all the tension's gone and it just feels really nice. It feels really, really good. All right. Or if you're a basketball player and you just caught the rebound and you made a basket off it. That's how nice that feels too. So there's something in the hidden realm that you do not see coming that's going to benefit you and others. Your community, your group. It's going to break you free so you can move forward. Okay. Cyclical energy here. I almost always get this with a 12 houses reading. So even though this ends with a mystery, the hidden, and it's something good coming in here to benefit for you, now you've got the 6 of Wands. Okay, moving on, moving forward, being more in that exploratory curiosity, networking, connecting with new things, new people. Okay, when we stay in this same energy all the time, we can't meet new people and find new resources. All right, let's go ahead and finish this off with Queen of the Moon Oracle message. Oh my gosh, 53 minutes. Beautiful reading here, though. Beautiful message. A lot of good, important information here for you. If it's your message, please go ahead and click on that like button. Drop a comment and share this. Like I said, these 12 house readings are for all signs. Anybody who resonates with them, anybody that comes across them. All right. Ouch. My finger. Something right in there. Oh, that's where I think I got bit. All right. You have, look at this. If you're a Libra, please go check out today's daily message. Okay. This is the supermoon, the attraction. This is card 44, stability, confidence, courage, bravery, conviction, determination, balance. And if that's romance you're seeking, it's a big super moon, emperor energy. If it's friendship, whatever you are seeking is seeking you. You're attracting it. You're bringing that energy to yourself. Whoops. Let's see what we have real quick here. 44. And this is the last card, oracle card in this deck, is it? Yes. So this would be the last. It's the ending. It's the closing of the cycle. You can be magnetic to others and attract the good things into your life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. So be ready for the opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or your mind. Okay? Gemini, balanced, going one way and then seeing the opposite of it and finding that neutral ground. Think of connections that are greater than yourself. The networking. This is Gemini energy all through this. All right, it says here, this card may suggest that we need to think globally and for the whole. It's not just for your own good. If you are making intentions on the supermoon, include one for the planet or other people, okay? The companion stone would be, or metal, would be magnetite. Magnetite. All right, one last card here. Oh, spirit animal. Okay, interesting. Let's see where they are. Okay. Don't know where the big ones are, so I was meant to give you one of these. Let's see what we have. This is a beautiful message. I hope you're as excited about all of this as I am for you. Look at this. You have the bison, the abundance. How many times can we have reference to your 8th house, 9th house? What was it? Your 8th house here. Your shared resources, inheritances, and your secrets. You see the abundance. Your wisdom is there. All right, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Please fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. I love that. And look at this. Now you got the wise owl here, and it says magic. Choose to understand the truth because you can. Open yourself up to your inner vision, your intuition, seeing things from different perspectives because you can see through the deceptions. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. All right, my loves, I hope you've enjoyed this message. If you have, please go ahead and tickle, tab, booper, zap that like button, claim it in the comments. If you're interested in a personal reading, I can do your birth chart and do a reading like this for you, for your current energy, your monthly, your yearly, whatever you want. But I need you to email me requesting information about those. If you email me, my email address is down below every video. Okay, if you email me, I send you all the details. If you want to learn more about yourself and what's happening personally in your own life, just your life, nobody else's, let's go ahead and take, well, the family and friends around you. I just mean not the general. Go ahead and email me until your energy, or until our energy. Oh my gosh. Bye. I love you guys. I want to wish you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye.